Okay, how long has it been since I got here? It's oh my god, it's September 20th. Got here September 1st. This is kind of gonna be like a month-long vlog, like including like the first 2 weeks, but I low-key haven't done crap. I am so not locked in. Like, I swear to god, I feel like I have no work to do, but I also have all the work to do. I have a new painting assigned. We've been doing small little assignments due every week, which are kind of like, I don't know, they're like assignments that I've been assigned before, and I feel like I've just keep doing the same assignments every single year, like the same prompts, and I'm like so over it. But we got a 2-week painting assignment assigned just like literally a couple days ago, and it's like a narrative based painting, so it's basically just do whatever you want. I stretched the canvas for that and adjusted it, as you guys saw or will see. It's pretty big. It's 3 by 4 feet because I have like 2 weeks for it, so I'm like, okay, 2 weeks, that's not like a bad time, you know, I can do a lot with that. But I also don't know what to paint at all. Like, I thought I did, and now I just don't. I have some things out of school that I need to do, but mostly I just have that 2-week painting that I need to get going on. I literally just need to be in the studio. I think what's gonna work best for me is waking up early in the morning, going down early to the studio, and then staying there up until, you know, the sun goes down, and then I'll walk back. And I hate days like that, but I think it's gonna be the vibe for me. Why does this feel so unserious right now? I do not feel like school has started at all. I don't know what's going on. Well, guys, welcome freaking back to a freaking another video, guys. Yeah. So here's the painting. As I already mentioned, I'm not really feeling this painting. Did I already mention that? I think I did. Not really feeling it, so I kind of went into this painting feeling like, okay, you know, it's only 2 weeks, like, let me just kill, you know, not kill, let me just kill this real quick, you know. But let me just get through this, because I was like feeling the time pressure. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't have any more time to really like think about what I want to paint. Like, I just need to start painting, or else I'm gonna end up with no painting. So I landed on this because I feel like the idea of a broken pinata, you know, it's something fun. I feel like there's a lot of, like, you know, things to that, as I'll explain ish kind of soon. And if you don't already know, this is like kind of like a response, or like kind of like a you know, in conversation with my last painting, which is of me holding this pinata that I actually physically made and then obviously destroyed. And if you want to hear more about that painting, you can watch my video on that. Subtle plug. But yo, I just can't. And so I started procrastinating. I started late, and that just led to even worse things, because once I started painting, you know, once I start getting into a painting, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fun, I'm gonna like this. But I waited too long to start this. I procrastinated too much because I wasn't caring about it, and then I didn't have time. And then, guys, this whole vlog is a mess. Can I be honest? Like, you're about to see how big of a mess this was. How do you like it? It's not really my style. I just feel like, I guess I don't really like the composition. Like, the subject is kind of cool because it's like a broken pinata, and that'll be fun. And also probably the worst thing to paint ever. It's gonna be horrible, but then it's like, I don't know, it's like, okay, I was thinking of gonna add, like, because technically this is like from a bird's eye view. I was thinking maybe I was gonna add, you know, my feet and like an arm like reaching down to grab the candy that spilled out, and like maybe my dog somewhere. But also it's just like who cares? I'm kind of sad though, because like the assignment for this is literally narrative, and I feel like I am letting this assignment go to waste. Like, I love narrative paintings, and for some reason I cannot think of a single thing to paint. Like, genuinely. Well, I have this other idea, but I want to save it for the big canvas that's like behind. I just don't know what else to paint. And also, this is due in like 7 days. 7-8 days. Like I have like 1 week to do this actually. I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this because just to kind of get it over with a little bit. Yeah, I'm not super excited, but it is what it is. You know, being in college, specifically art college, means I'm busy all the time. Because I don't live super close to my studio anymore, it means finding time for cooking between classes or work time has been really difficult. And that's why I'd like to thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. I have been loving the new HelloFresh. It's actually been making me look forward to cooking after a long day in the studio or just like working on my painting. I don't have to worry about making time to go to the grocery store anymore. It's just pre-portioned fresh ingredients that are ready to go and easy to follow recipes that taste amazing. I've also been trying to eat better, and it's hard to think about all that on top of all this stress from school. The recipes make it so simple to add in all these veggies, and now with their new premium protein selection, you can enjoy steak and even seafood at no extra cost. I'm not a big cook, and I also am always in a rush, but HelloFresh has made it super simple, quick, and fun to be in the kitchen cooking up a dinner after a long day. Their new portions are great for me, and I've never left feeling hungry after dinner. Take advantage of the new HelloFresh using my code at HelloFresh.com and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. Free meals are applied as discount on the first box for new or returning subscribers only. It varies by plan. Sign up today and click the link below or use my code at HelloFresh.com. Thank you again, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. I have like 1, 2, and then 3 walls, and then like in front of me it's just open, so like everybody can just see me, which obviously that's how studio works, but I don't like it when people watch me paint. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this painting over here so that they can't see what I'm painting. That's like one of the biggest things I hate about like art school, low-key, is just like that people that like the studios are public. It's like a good thing and a bad thing because it builds a sense of community. You know, everybody gets super close, everybody talks to each other, you get feedback. But like most of the time I really just want to be like alone. I don't know, I think I just work best alone. I just can't focus when somebody's like in the same room as me. Oh, it's actually stuck to the, bro, it's literally stuck to the easel. Oh, that's the entrance now. Nobody come in. Oh, and I will be doing oil paint for this. This is my giant glass palette that I paint on. Painting, palette, and then solvents and crap. Ugh, and like to record, where am I gonna put my phone? Life is so hard, guys. Right. Guys, I don't want to say that I'm feeling burnt out, but because I don't want to jinx it, but I'm like, I don't know. My studio is just not as close as it used to be. And so it's like a decent walk away. It's not even that big of a walk, but it's like I have to plan when I want to go to studio now. And I just feel like for me, painting has to be very, like, I don't know, spontaneous. Like when I want to paint, I want to paint. Like I need to go paint. But now I have to like really plan out when I'm gonna do what, and I just can't like paint when I want to go paint all the time. And now it's causing like a mental like barrier in my mind where it's just like I don't even want to paint because I don't want to have to go to the studio. And man, I don't know if that makes any sense. It's really not even that big of a deal, and I am lucky to have a studio in the first place. I've been working on the painting a little bit. I know I mentioned that like I wasn't like super excited about like the painting or really like the concept or really like anything about it, truthfully. Once I started working on it a little bit more, I was like, okay, you know, maybe it's not so bad. And then I talked to my professor because she like checks in with us every class, and we talk about like what we're doing, what's going on. She seemed to really like the idea because, you know, there's just so much to it. I guess I'm just kind of like uncomfortable with the fact that there's like no real figure, which I am gonna add like a figure, like some hands like reaching in and stuff like that. But there's not like really one figure that's kind of like the subject of the painting, and I haven't done that like ever, I guess. And like technically the piñata is the figure, it is the subject. It is me. I'm just gravitated towards figurative paintings, and there being people in paintings, and you know, portraiture and stuff like that. Not even just like in my work, but like in any painting ever. Like that's just what I'm interested in, what is kind of like my fave. And so not having that in this painting kind of made me a little bit like, okay, I kind of hate it. I think it'll be good. It's like my piñata. The piñata's me. I built this piñata myself, then I painted the piñata, then I'm painting it again. The piñata is completely destroyed and broken. Technically, the piñata is supposed to be me. It's a self-portrait. There's people coming in, grabbing candy out of it. You know, you don't really, when you use a piñata, you know, in an event or celebration or whatever, like, you're not really thinking about the piñata, like, as a subject. It's just kind of there so that you can break it and take turns, and it's kind of like a whole event. And so then you can get the candy inside. But I feel like nobody really, I mean, at least I don't really think about like the piñata itself, or like the piñata as a work of art, or like what went into making the piñata and yada yada yada. The stuff that I already like kind of talked about in my last video about, in my previous video about the piñata painting that I previously made. But and then, you know, once it's like broken, like nobody really thinks about it. It goes in the trash. I mean, I threw it away. And I think it's just interesting that the piñata broken is the subject of a painting. But now I'm not so worried about what the painting is. Now I'm worried about finishing the painting, of course. Like, this always happens. So, cause somehow I only have 1 week left to finish this. Like, I just don't know how this always happens to me, and I'm trying to figure it out so I can stop doing it, but I don't think it's gonna stop ever. I just don't know why. It's because I just need more time to like really think and process my idea for a painting before like painting it, and we're not really like allowed, you know, a time to really conceptualize and think. You know, it's just you finish one painting, you're immediately assigned the next, so it's like you gotta go. I've come to the point of stressing out. I've come to the realization that I really only have 3 full more days to finish this painting, and when I think about it, it's like, okay, the piñata, it shouldn't take me that much longer to paint. Then I also have to paint the background, and I'm thinking of adding some hands and some candy, and it's like, that's gonna take me forever. I'm freaking out. Today's the 26th, Friday. I had class like for a good amount of today, so I didn't get to work on it. And I didn't work on it yesterday either. But I have Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I don't have classes. And then Tuesday is our critique. Well, but we split it up between 2 days. So I don't have my critique until Wednesday. So technically I also have Tuesday to work. But our critique is like 5 hours long. So I really only have the morning to work on it. All in all, what I'm trying to say is I'm screwed. Okay, I'm here and this is what I got. And I'm thinking, here's what I'm gonna do. So currently I think it's around 10 a.m. Honestly, if I truly tried to lock in for 9 hours, I think I could actually get a huge dent done. But that would require me to actually lock in. And yeah, basically just everything else about the piñata just needs to be done. You know, just haven't worked on it at all. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun, guys. The only thing getting me through today is that I was promised wings at the end of the night, so. It was at this point where I realized, like, okay, I'm screwed. Like, there's no way I'm gonna finish this painting, like, in time to the point that I want it to be done. And so I was just panicking, I was stressing, and obviously I didn't want to paint because, like, it's not fun anymore. I'm not having fun anymore if I'm worrying about, like, when this is due and having something ready to present. And, like, technically, the way our crits work usually is, like, you don't have to have it completely resolved the way you want it to, but if you, like, you can show up with, like, an unfinished painting and still have your crit, and, like, you're totally fine. But I don't like doing that. And then also I feel like if I do that, then I'm just never gonna finish the painting. Like, I need kind of like a deadline, because if I don't know, guys. point is, I'm adding this like little figure, which is actually me from the past painting, and my dog, to try and give that bird's eye view perspective, but I don't know if it worked super well. Guys, like, I actually can't do it anymore, low-key. Like, I am so tired of painting this, and it's just like, it's the same old thing where it's like I want to do all these like tiny little things. Is it too loud, guys? Let me know. Hashtag in the comments below. Like, I want to do all these different things, but like I actually don't have the time, and so therefore I am rushing, and therefore it is worse than it could be. And I don't know, guys. Ooh. Yeah, and basically, guys, I just don't know. And I only have tomorrow. Tomorrow's like my last full day, and then technically I have Tuesday, but I also have class like all day on Tuesday. If I don't end up like finishing it the way I want to finish it, maybe I'll just like leave it and do crit anyways, and then I'll go back in afterwards and try and fix it. I'm just really tired, honestly, and I think these two girls just recognized me. Because they just looked at their phones and then they looked up at me and they went like this. I'm gonna go. Somehow this is the last time lapses. I think I stopped like recording half of the things because I got so stressed out. And like throughout, these like 3 days that I had to paint, I was really like trying to plan out what to paint first. And like, because I have to like let everything dry, so I painted that layer of like the dark green for the grass, and then I went in to do the grass, and boy did it take forever. Those who know, if you know, you know from the last freaking painting, but dang, it sucked. And the figure just turned out atrocious because I couldn't let everything dry in time, and so I rushed it, and everything is just... So I finished painting yesterday. Did I really finish it? No. There's so many things that I left, like, everything is so messy, and it's just not like resolved. In other words, it's not like rendered to the way that I want it to be. And that seems to be happening a lot with my pieces. And I've critiqued today, and I already know it's gonna go bad. Like, I already know what they're gonna say. Like, it's supposed to be a bird's eye view perspective, but like you can barely kind of tell that it's a bird's eye view, because like having the figure and the dog is like supposed to like help you like realize like, oh, this is like bird's eye view. But like the figure kind of blends in with the rest of the freaking image, so like you can't really even notice it at first, and then when you do notice it, it's still like not. I think it's just like too busy. Like the painting is just too busy, and I feel like that's gonna be brought up, and like not having like a moment of rest really in the painting to like take in all the detail. Like I think that's super important, because like having like a solid like part where it's just like, okay, rest is like helps you notice the details a little bit more. I don't know why I do this. I just get so frustrated, and then I get so panicked that I'm like, I don't even have time to think, like, which is obviously not true, but, and I guess I'm just like kind of sad. I started to get like a little bit excited about like the concept of the painting again, like a little bit. I know at the beginning I didn't even really care. Once I started painting, I was like, okay, I can get behind this. And then I got super freaking freaked out. Like, I don't know. And now I just kind of feel like I don't want to paint anything. Please, can I just get a break? So here it is, completely finished. And by that, I mean, don't think I'm going to come back to try and finish anything. The candy is horrible. Like, it is just horrible. The hair, I think the only really good part is like the face and maybe like the shirt. Maybe the figure looks horrible, like that foot. My dog, you can barely see my dog because I made the grass way too dark. Everything was so rushed, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun to me. and I am sorry. Guys, my crit low-key went pretty good. Or actually, I don't know why I just said that, because it didn't really go like extraordinarily good, but it also didn't go as bad as I thought. I think I'll post like a little photo of my crit notes for you guys right there. But it was just very much like, I honestly like don't even remember. No, it was like pretty good feedback. Kind of like about, a lot of people like read into like me being the piñata, and then me breaking the piñata, and then me breaking myself, and then, you know, a lot of stuff about self and identity. It was just kind of, it wasn't necessarily like critique. My critiques here for some reason are never actually like critique. It's just kind of like feedback, or like what people think of the work, which sometimes I wish it was a little more critiquey. Nobody said anything like negative about like all the like whatever I was like worried about, TBH, which like I should have known. I really don't like it as much as I wish I did, and I wish I just had more time. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, love you.